Hi everybody, I'm making a sort of quick video demonstrating the 4 physical fitness tests that have to do with muscular fitness. So if you're watching this, then we already talked about in class what the 5 components of health-related fitness are, and we said that they were body composition, cardiovascular endurance, also known as aerobic capacity or measured by aerobic capacity, muscular strength, muscular endurance, and muscular flexibility. I'm going to show you the 4 tests from the FitnessGram test, set of tests from the Cooper Institute that we're going to use. They're adapted a little bit for at-home use, but I just want to make sure that I show them to you and that you see how to do them. For muscular strength, we use a right angle push-up, a 90-degree push-up. And when I say 90-degree push-up, it's only so that your elbows go to 90 degrees. So you can think about what a right angle would be in math, and it's only 90 degrees. My cameraman is Gio, so you might hear his voice helping me because I can't see what I look like while he's recording. But a lot of people, they do push-ups and they put their chin all the way down to the floor and back up. That's too far. We don't need to go that far. For the fitness tests, your arms should be on a 90-degree angle. So for most people, it's about halfway down. So I want to make sure that my back is straight. I don't want my butt up in the air. I don't want my back sagging to the side. I don't want it up in the air, and I don't want it to the sagging like that. I want it to be nice and straight. Gio, is it straight?
Yes, it's very straight.
So a 90-degree angle push-up is about this far, and then back up, okay? Facing the camera, it's about this far, and then back up. Every time you come up, that counts as 1. So you start in the up position, and you go down, and it's 1, 2. Ideally, you want your arms to go straight up and down, but it's okay if they're a little bit on an angle. Not too much though, only a little tiny bit. In terms of where do you want them? Do you want them straight under your body? Do you want them wide? Whatever you're comfortable with, but use the same one every time that you take the fitness tests for push-ups, okay? I'm moving on to muscular endurance now. Gio, go over to the side, please. Some of you are going to be able to have somebody at home help you do this, like a parent or a sibling or maybe a friend if you're wearing masks. But if not, then you can use a piece of furniture where you get your feet and you put them underneath the furniture. My knees are bent. And we're doing, on the test, it's called a partial curl up. It's really important that you make that it's not a full sit-up because we're trying to protect our back. So you're laying on the floor, our knees are bent, we're looking straight up at the ceiling. The palms of my hands go on my thighs. So they're not across your chest, they're not behind your neck, and some people do that, but we want it to be up on our legs, okay? Completely straight, my elbows. And when I'm ready, I go up until my palms touch my knees, looking at the ceiling, and then I go back down. I go up, and I go back down. Notice it's controlled, my head doesn't touch the floor, and I'm staring at the ceiling. I'm not bending my elbows. I'm not coming up further than my knees. I'm not going up only a little. I'm going so that my palms touch my knees, and that is the correct partial curl up. If my elbows bend like this, it's wrong. If my hands go up further, it's wrong. It's completely controlled, okay? So you have muscular strength tested by the right angle push-ups, muscular endurance tested by the partial curl-ups. Say to yourself right now, not that I can hear you, but out loud, what muscle group do you think that the partial curl-ups are actually testing? You know it's muscular endurance, but what part is it actually testing? If you said abdominal area, that is correct. You can also say core, but you get the idea. Okay, now, there's 2 other tests that test flexibility. One of them technically tests lower back function, which is part of the muscular flexibility section. And it's really, really simple. I'll do it facing you, and I'll do it sideways. But what I need for my son to do is come on over here. Actually, before you do that, from the side, it looks like this. It's very simple. You go down on the floor, your hands are to your side, and on lift, you keep your legs down and you lift up from the waist up, and then go back down. lift up, and then go back down. Facing the camera, it looks like this. It's flat, and you just lift up, and then go back down. It's measured by inches off the floor that your chin goes. So get closer with the camera, hold the ruler. You're gonna hold the ruler just like this. You don't need to see the numbers, so you just hold it here. And you're gonna give an estimate on how far my chin goes up. So on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Like a foot.
And you really only need to get 9 inches. So you're gonna kind of just guess where it is around that. If you really wanna do it right, hold it up there, get somebody to put a piece of paper underneath your chin, and then you can see where it touches on the ruler. The last one is modified. It's a modified hurdle stretch. It's a stretch that some of the athletes do past when they're done competing in their sports to be able to stretch their hamstrings. We're testing our hamstring flexibility right now. Make sure that I'm on that camera.
You are?
Okay. And you can use either leg that you want or both legs. It doesn't matter. If we were in school, you would have this front foot against a metal box and you'd be pushing a slider as far as you could go past the slider. You could pick either one that you wanted to do. There's also a different test you might have taken in elementary school where you can sit in a V and go forward like this. But I want to keep things consistent with what we would be doing at Rush in the building. And that would be using the sit and reach box. So what you would do this time is you would take your ruler, and it can either be held by a person or you can put it on a small object if you have it. We're still looking at inches, okay? And you're putting the ruler in place, and you're putting your foot right where the ruler is. So in this case, I bend my leg like this. It's not under my leg. It's not bent up. It's just on the side. And then I take my my leg here, keeping it straight. I take my hands, and I go past my toe as far as I can to see how far I can make it. Ideally, I want 1 or 2 or 3 inches. It can be more than that if you'd like to. And using my foot here as an example, zoom in on my foot and hand. It doesn't need to be that much, but it's past my toe.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't that close.
You're measuring the number of inches that you can reach past your toe. For most of you, it's only going to be 1 inch or 2 or 3, and that's good. And we'll tell you in a little while what you're supposed to be doing for your healthy fitness zone. With that said, those are the 4 tests I want you to do. You may have heard about a mile test or a walking test or the pacer. We're not doing those in the winter, and we're not doing those yet. You will at some point be assessed to do that outside, but we're going to wait until the weather gets a little bit nicer. So for now, if you're doing physical fitness tests, right angle push-ups to test muscular strength, partial curl-ups to test muscular endurance for your abdominal core muscles, the modified hurdle sit and reach test to test hamstring flexibility, and also the trunk lift to test lower back function flexibility, okay? Thanks, everybody.